You're eating chicken breast every single day. You're downing protein shakes after every workout, and your muscles still aren't growing the way you want them to. You're putting in the work, but getting almost nothing back. Most people think the solution is more protein. But here's the thing. It's not about how much. It's about when. I've trained over 1,000 athletes and bodybuilders over the last decade, and the single biggest mistake that prevents people from building muscle isn't their training program. It isn't their supplements. And it definitely isn't their genetics. It's their protein timing and distribution throughout the day. In this video, I'm giving you the exact protein timing protocol that transformed my clients from stuck to shredded. No gimmicks, no expensive supplements, and no starvation diets. Just the science of muscle protein synthesis applied correctly. But here's where everyone gets it wrong. The old bodybuilding advice tells you to eat 6 small meals a day. You've probably heard this 1,000 times. Keep your metabolism firing. Never go more than 3 hours without protein. And science actually backfires on this claim. Researchers have completely debunked the 6 meals a day myth. The real issue isn't meal frequency. It's something called the leucine threshold. Listen closely, because this changes everything. Leucine is the master switch for muscle building. When it hits a certain threshold in your bloodstream, it triggers muscle protein synthesis. That threshold is about 3 grams of leucine per meal. Without hitting it, your body simply won't build muscle no matter how much total protein you eat. If you're eating 6 tiny protein meals a day, you might never hit the leucine threshold in any single meal. That's why you're not growing. Let me break down the science so you understand exactly what's happening inside your muscles right now. Your muscles are constantly going through 2 processes. Muscle protein synthesis, which builds new muscle, and muscle protein breakdown, which breaks it down. To grow muscle, synthesis must exceed breakdown. That's the only equation that matters for building size and strength. Now here's where meal timing becomes critical. When you eat protein and hit the leucine threshold, synthesis spikes for about 3 hours. After those 3 hours, your muscles enter what scientists call the refractory period. You can eat more protein, but synthesis won't spike again. This is called the muscle full effect. Your muscles literally become resistant to more protein for several hours after a big protein meal. A landmark study from the Journal of Nutrition found that the ideal protein feeding pattern is every 4 to 5 hours. Not every 2 to 3. When subjects ate 30 grams of protein every 5 hours, they had significantly higher muscle protein synthesis than those eating every 2 hours. So the optimal strategy isn't constant grazing. It's strategic pulses of high-quality protein spaced 4 to 5 hours apart. And most fitness influencers will hate me for saying this. But you don't need to chug a protein shake the second you finish your workout. The anabolic window is not 30 minutes. Research shows it's actually 4 to 6 hours after training, depending on when you ate before your workout. If you ate a solid protein meal 2 hours before training, you've got amino acids circulating in your blood throughout your entire workout. That post-workout shake panic is costing you money and stressing you out for absolutely no physiological reason. Now let me give you the exact numbers you need. Because knowing the science is useless without knowing how to apply it. Your goal is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight spread across 3 to 4 meals, spaced 4 to 5 hours apart. For a 180-pound person, that's 180 grams of protein per day. Split into 4 meals of 45 grams each. Every single one of those meals needs to contain at least 3 grams of leucine to trigger the muscle-building switch. Now here's the crucial part that nobody talks about. Not all protein sources hit the leucine threshold equally. Animal proteins like chicken, beef, eggs, and whey are packed with leucine. 30 grams of chicken breast gives you about 2.7 grams. But plant proteins are different. To get 3 grams of leucine from beans, you'd need to eat nearly 4 cups. That's physically difficult. This doesn't mean plant protein is bad. It means you need to be smarter about combining sources and eating slightly larger portions. Step 1. Build every meal around a primary protein source that gets you close to the threshold. A 6-ounce chicken breast gives you about 50 grams of protein and over 3 grams of leucine. That's one perfect meal anchor. 4 whole eggs give you 24 grams of protein and about 2.2 grams of leucine. Add an egg white or two, and you're at the threshold. A scoop of whey protein delivers about 25 grams of protein and 3 grams of leucine in one shot. Fast, convenient, effective. Step 2. Space your protein feedings exactly 4 to 5 hours apart. This is non-negotiable for maximizing muscle protein synthesis. Here's what a perfect day looks like. Meal 1 at 7 in the morning. Meal 2 at noon. Meal 3 at 5 in the evening. Meal 4 at 10 at night. That's 4 protein feedings, each one with 40 to 50 grams of protein. Each one hitting the leucine threshold. Muscle protein synthesis firing 4 times a day. Compare that to the old 6-meal approach. Small meals that never hit the threshold. Your muscles never got the signal to grow. Step 3. Prioritize the meal before bed. This is the most underrated protein feeding of the entire day. You're about to fast for 7 to 9 hours while you sleep. Going into that fast with amino acids in your blood prevents overnight muscle breakdown. A study in the Journal of Nutrition showed that 40 grams of casein protein before bed increased overnight muscle protein synthesis by 22%. Casein is a slow-digesting protein found in dairy. Cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or a casein shake are perfect bedtime options. Step 4. Don't fear protein at any meal. There is no upper limit to how much protein your body can use in a single sitting for muscle building. The old myth that your body can only absorb 30 grams of protein per meal has been thoroughly debunked by modern research. If you eat 60 grams of protein in one meal, your body will use all of it. It just takes longer to digest, and the amino acids stay elevated for more hours. This means if you prefer eating 2 or 3 larger meals instead of 4, you absolutely can. Total daily protein is what matters most. Just make sure each of those larger meals contains enough leucine to flip the switch. A larger meal naturally has more leucine, so you're covered. Now let me give you the complete daily blueprint. Here's exactly what to eat and when, starting from the moment you wake up. 7 a.m. First meal. 4 whole eggs scrambled with 2 extra egg whites. 1 cup of oatmeal with a scoop of whey mixed in. That's about 55 grams of protein and well over 3 grams of leucine. Your first muscle-building signal of the day is firing. Noon. Second meal. 8 ounces of grilled chicken breast over a large bed of mixed greens with olive oil and sweet potato on the side. That's 60 grams of protein. Leucine threshold absolutely crushed. Your muscles are getting the second powerful signal to grow. 5 p.m. Third meal. 6 ounces of salmon with roasted broccoli and quinoa. Healthy fats from the salmon support hormone production. 45 grams of protein and plenty of omega-3s. Your third muscle protein synthesis spike of the day is locked in. 10 p.m. Fourth and final meal. A bowl of Greek yogurt with a scoop of casein mixed in and a handful of almonds. 40 grams of slow-digesting protein that will feed your muscles all night long. The fourth signal fires and your body builds muscle while you sleep. That's 200 grams of protein across 4 meals. 4 leucine threshold activations. Maximum muscle protein synthesis all day and all night. Now you might be wondering about rest days. Do you still need this much protein when you're not training? The answer is absolutely yes. In fact, Muscle protein synthesis is elevated for up to 48 hours after a workout. Your rest day is when the actual muscle building happens. Training breaks muscle down. Recovery builds it back bigger and stronger. If you reduce protein on rest days, you're literally starving your muscles during the exact moment they're trying to grow. So keep your protein intake identical every single day, training days and rest days. Consistency is what builds real muscle. Here's your exact action plan starting tomorrow. Measure your body weight in pounds. That's your daily protein target in grams. Divide that number by 3 or 4. That's how many grams you need per meal. Build each meal around hitting that number. Space those meals 4 to 5 hours apart. Include a slow digesting protein before bed. Do this for 30 days. If you don't see visible changes in your physique and strength after 30 days of this protocol, I would be genuinely surprised. Because this isn't a supplement company's marketing. This isn't a fad diet. This is the actual biochemistry of how your body builds muscle. Fuel your body right, hit those protein targets, and watch what happens. Your muscles have been waiting for this signal. Hit subscribe if you're ready to build real muscle. No gimmicks, just science. See you in the next one.